There's this great sequence in The Wiz after Diana Ross, aka Dorothy, disposes of Eveline, the Wicked Witch of the West. The workers toiling in her factory rejoice in Eveline's demise. And then, halfway through their revelry, they celebrate their newfound freedom by shedding the cumbersome costumes they were forced to wear and rejoicing. The name of that iconic number from the classic 1978 movie is Brand New Day. And I don't know about you, but I felt like we were handed a brand new day this week when the CDC issued this surprise announcement.
Anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large or small, without wearing a mask or physical distancing. If you are fully vaccinated, you can start doing the things that you had stopped doing because of the pandemic.
So many things I had to stop doing to protect myself and others from the coronavirus. Two things I missed the most: taking my long walks and feeling the sun fully on my face and breathing in the fragrances of spring, the scent of the cherry blossoms, fresh cut grass, and the dampness of the dirt underfoot. The other thing I missed was getting on a plane and traveling. Yes, I know, the airlines are still enforcing mask mandates, and I'm fine with that. Under normal circumstances, who wants to breathe in all that recycled air while enclosed in an aluminum tube at 30,000 feet? But the new mask guidance meant that when my husband and I got on the ground here in New York City, I could lead a pre-pandemic normal life while walking along the avenues of my beloved hometown. I'm not going to lie, and I don't care what y'all think about what I'm about to say. When I saw Manhattan come into view as we made our approach to LaGuardia, I teared up. One, because I love New York. This is where my dreams were nurtured as a kid and where I came into my own as an adult. Two, because I missed New York. As Monique Bingham sings in You Can't Have New York, the energy, you feel it coming up from the ground. Since arriving on Friday, I've seen understandable trepidation about the new reality. Only a third of our nation is vaccinated, some because of access issues, others because of trust issues. And on that latter point, come on, people, trust science. But since being here, I've also seen and have been a part of the unbridled joy that comes with this brand new day. Hugging dear friends, hearing unmuffled, uproarious laughter, seeing smiles, the fullness of faces, feeling human and alive, reeling how much you missed and how much you took for granted. We've been through a lot since the first coronavirus case 15 months ago. The ensuing pandemic has claimed the lives of nearly 590,000 Americans. Millions of American families lost their jobs, their homes, maybe even their peace of mind. It's going to take a while to recover from the trauma we've endured and to regain whatever we can of what we lost. But don't deny yourself the joy that comes with perseverance, resilience, and hope. Allow yourself the privilege of feeling hopeful for our maskless future while remaining vigilant. We can't afford to go back to pandemic living, not emotionally, psychologically, or financially. If you're vaccinated, be sure to get that booster we all know is coming. If you're not vaccinated, please don't delay. There are so many people depending on you not to get sick. And if you're one of those folks who thinks wearing a mask or being pushed to get vaccinated is impinging upon your freedom or liberty, I hear you. But nothing says liberty and freedom like being alive. I'm Jonathan Capehart, and this has been The Sunday Show.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.